Cold steel tolerances, early SOE workshops, subsonic pistol concept, manual cycling mandate, bolt-locked system, no automatic extraction, threaded barrel experiments, integral suppressor tube, mild steel tubing, low carbon composition, hand-turned lathes, limited jig accuracy, asymmetric bore alignment, off-axis drilling, variable chamber depth, prototype serial absence, unmarked receivers issued, internal designation numbers, engineering memo circulation, design authority unclear, wartime secrecy controls, compartmentalized oversight, single officer sign-off, limited peer review, rapid iteration pressure, time-constrained fabrication, resource rationing limits, rubber wipe selection, natural latex compounds, vulcanization inconsistencies, supplier batch variation, thickness tolerance drift, hardness shore variance, wipe stack quantity. Usually 6 units, pressed interference fit, compression sleeve retention, no vent ports, gas containment absolute, pressure rise rapid, initial shot safe, second shot deformation, third shot erosion, fourth shot rupture, gas path obstruction, back pressure increase, bolt resistance spike, manual force requirement, operator wrist strain, delayed unlocking risk, case adhesion chamber, primer flattening observed, case head swelling, brass alloy weakness, split neck incidents, rim shear possibility, extraction rod bending, hardened steel insufficient, rod diameter minimal, weight reduction priority, structural margin reduced, user training limited, brief familiarization only, no firing tables, no endurance trials, assassination use assumed, low round count expectation, accuracy secondary concern, velocity consistency poor, wipe drag variable, projectile yaw onset, baffle strike events, lead shaving accumulation, suppressor fouling growth, cleaning impractical field, disassembly complex steps, special spanner required, lost tool common, improvised methods discouraged, thread galling risk, misalignment compounding, barrel crown damage, shot dispersion widening, point shift unpredictable, sighting rudimentary notch, no windage adjustment, fixed front blade, stamped steel blade, brazed attachment failure, heat affected zone, crack propagation noted, post-firing inspections, rarely documented findings, failure reports suppressed, operational secrecy cited, injury near misses, hand lacerations recorded, gas blowback exposure, unburnt powder venting, eye protection absent, face proximity high, one-handed operation, close contact doctrine, muzzle contact shots, gas reflux severe, wipe inversion risk, projectile deceleration abrupt, potential barrel obstruction, catastrophic overpressure scenario, receiver wall bulge, thread stretch measurable, end cap ejection risk, retaining threads shallow, material fatigue ignored, stress cycles uncounted, proof testing minimal, single overpressure round, substandard proof loads, compared to service pistols, lower safety factor, design knowingly accepted, trade-off formally noted, memo language clinical, operator discipline required, explicit warnings absent, assumed expendable users, SOE risk calculus, mission priority overrides, individual safety discounted, weapon categorized disposable, cost per unit low, machining shortcuts applied, surface finish rough, tool marks visible, tolerance stack uncontrolled, interchangeability poor, hand fitting common, field replacement impossible, logistics planning limited, ammunition selection narrow, Niamine reduced charge, custom load development, powder burn variability, temperature sensitivity ignored, cold weather misfires, weak striker energy, spring rate conservative, firing pin mass low, light primer strikes, double strike protocol, unsafe recock methods, finger proximity hazard, trigger pull heavy, creeping consistent, sear surface uneven, case hardened shallow, wear accelerated quickly, unintentional discharge risk, drop safety non-existent, no manual safety, rely on discipline, holster designs improvised, retention unreliable, foreign material ingress, suppressor moisture retention, corrosion inside tube, rust pitting baffles, wipe adhesion increased, gas sealing worsened, pressure spike amplified, feedback loop dangerous, maintenance intervals undefined, replacement wipes scarce, field fabrication attempted, inferior rubber substitutes, elastic memory poor, immediate failure common, reports quietly archived, no recall initiated, production continued regardless, operational demand sustained, management acceptance documented, ethical review absent, end-user consent assumed, briefing minimized hazards, training pamphlets terse, illustrations minimal, text intentionally vague, operational secrecy justification. Testing at Enfield, range distances short, chronograph unavailable, velocity estimated acoustically, data recording sparse, outliers ignored, statistical rigor absent, decision timelines compressed, approval stamps rapid, engineering dissent sidelined, alternative designs rejected, ported suppressor concepts, too loud assessment, metal mesh wipes, rejected cost grounds, oil-filled suppressors, maintenance burden excessive, gas vent valves, complexity unacceptable, simplest path chosen, manual bolt retained, user effort accepted, silent priority absolute, lethality secondary, self-harm risk acknowledged, memo phrasing neutral, risk quantified qualitatively, no numeric thresholds, comparative enemy weapons, well-rod deemed sufficient, production scaled cautiously, small batch runs, serial tracking avoided, loss attribution impossible, field feedback delayed, months to reach engineers, revisions incremental, core flaws unchanged, wipe degradation unresolved, doctrine unchanged, weapon issued anyway, operational use continued, injuries unpublicized, program secrecy preserved, engineering responsibility diffused, no single accountable, paper trail fragmented, lessons learned undocumented. Post-war analysis limited, archive gaps remain, technical debt inherited, weapon legend persists, danger understated historically, early variants most hazardous, later revisions improved marginally, fundamental compromise unchanged, silence prioritized always, human cost implicit, further evaluation notes, post-incident interviews, operator testimony limited, censored transcripts released, engineering amendments proposed, rejected schedule impact, material substitution trials, synthetic rubber tests, early neoprene samples, poor acoustic performance, excessive muzzle report, immediate rejection logged, alternate wipe geometry, conical profiles tested, inconsistent gas sealing, accuracy degradation worse, circular wipes retained, compression ratio unchanged, thermal effects ignored, heat buildup unmodelled, rapid fire discouraged. Instruction implied single use, multiple shots unrealistic, assassination doctrine assumed, escape irrelevant, weapon abandonment planned, disposable concept reinforced, cost ceiling enforced, per unit limits, machining hours capped, inspection time curtailed, quality assurance superficial, gauge blocks rarely used, visual checks dominant, dimensional drift unnoticed. Cumulative error accepted, receiver concentricity poor, suppressor alignment imperfect, bullet clipping frequency, audible anomalies recorded, investigation minimal, mal. Attribution uncertain, user blamed often, technique cited failure, design exonerated internally, institutional bias present, SOE culture pragmatic, risk normalized, engineering caution reduced, wartime urgency justification, long-term harm ignored, medical follow-ups absent, injury data incomplete, hospital records sealed, non-disclosure enforced, legal exposure minimized, families uninformed, design documents redacted, future audits impossible, lessons unshared, parallel projects isolated, cross-team learning absent, silencer science immature, gas dynamics poorly understood, empirical approach dominant, trial and error prevalent, mathematical modeling absent, computational tools non-existent, reliance on intuition, senior engineer authority, junior objections muted, hierarchy rigid, decision centralized, field realities abstracted, London office distance, continental operators unheard, environmental extremes untested, humidity effects ignored, tropical deployment issues, rubber swelling observed, wipe seizure common, bolt immobility reported, clearing procedures risky, muzzle obstruction hazard, unclear manuals. Illustrations ambiguous, operator improvisation frequent, unsafe methods proliferated, clearing rods improvised, steel hardness unknown, barrel damage possible, chamber scoring observed, gas leakage increased, sound suppression reduced, mission compromise risk, pressure to proceed, silence above all, noise complaints unacceptable, reprimands issued, design unchanged, production quotas met, delivery deadlines prioritized, supply chain fragile, rubber shortages chronic, alternate suppliers vetted poorly, quality variance increased, batch marking absent, traceability impossible, failure correlation impossible, statistical analysis absent, reports anecdotal, management dismissive, engineering memos archived, no corrective action, subsequent revisions delayed, post-war demobilization intervened, program quietly closed, weapon retired silently, danger unacknowledged publicly, historical narratives sanitized, technical flaws minimized, operator risk omitted, early prototypes forgotten, surviving examples rare, museum displays incomplete, cutaway misleading, wipes often replaced, original condition lost, risk perception diluted, academic reviews scarce, primary sources restricted, engineering culpability obscured, design philosophy revealed, human expendability implicit, cold calculations dominate, silent weapon mythologized, reality harsher, mechanical limits absolute, physics uncompromising, pressure accumulates, rubber fails inevitably, metal yields eventually, operator absorbs consequences, acceptance documented, trade-off deliberate, silence purchased dearly, danger internalized, doctrine codified, weapon emblematic, engineering ethics absent, operational necessity invoked, responsibility diffused fully, outcome predetermined.